morning, students. I'm glad to see you here. And before we start our lesson, please take a seat. Sit down. Today, our lesson, we start with this game. The game is called Find Definition. What kind of devices do you use every day? Who wants to answer this question? Let's try to find out about it. Before we start, I ask you to look at the screen to watch the video.
Hi and welcome, students. In this video, I'm going to be talking about computer basics, specifically mobile devices. Let's get started. So, what is a mobile device? Well, a mobile device is a general term for any type of handheld computer. And these are extremely portable, and they're meant to basically fit in either one hand or two hands. So I kind of want to go over the devices that I chose here to highlight and what they do and kind of what makes them unique. The two on the left side that we see here and here, this top one is an iPad that's made by Apple, and it runs iOS mobile operating system. This one down here is your Samsung tablet, and this one runs Google Chrome operating system. These are two operating systems which are built for mobile devices, and you'll notice that iOS also runs on this right over here, which is an iPhone. So these two run the same operating system, as well as this Google Pixel phone down here runs the same operating system as the Samsung tablet. All right, so that's a little bit about those types of mobile devices, those two being tablets over here and smartphones right here. This one up here is actually one of the only very mobile devices that I know that runs a full desktop operating system, and that's the Microsoft Surface. And the Microsoft Surface is unique, and I decided to add it on here because, yes, you can attach a physical keyboard, which makes it more like a laptop, but also it runs Windows 10. So since it runs Windows 10, that kind of makes it a little bit more like a full functioning computer, as opposed to these tablets over here, which are more like the mobile devices next to them. Down here, I decided to include this. This is a gaming device called a Nintendo Switch. This device is unique because it's kind of like a hybrid computer in a way. You can plug it into a dock where it would show up on a TV, and you can play games that way, or you could actually pull it out of the dock and use it in handheld mode, like you see here with the controller grips. And that is then a mobile device. So these two on the right side are kind of more hybrid devices in that sense. So that's what a handheld computer is. And tablet computers, let's focus on that first. Tablet computers use virtual keyboards. That makes them very unique, okay? And so you'll see that there's a physical keyboard here on this one, but again, that's the Microsoft Surface. That you can actually disconnect the physical keyboard and use it by touch screen. Over here are your more standard tablets. You have your iPad and your Android tablet, and those are completely touch sensitive. Now you can apply a keyboard to these, but again, most of the time you're going to be using that virtual keyboard. These again use mobile operating systems, these two over here, this being iOS and this being Android. E-readers are another thing that I wanted to cover here, and that they're designed for reading ebooks, and so that's basically when you download a digital version of a book, you're going to download it onto something like this. The reason that you use an ebook as opposed to a tablet is because it uses an e-ink display, and it's easier on the eyes and it's easier to read. And so the two that are probably most popular are Amazon Kindle and Barnes & Noble Nook. Lastly, let's focus specifically on the smartphones here. Smartphones have a ton of uses. I couldn't write them all down, so I just decided to kind of cover a little bit of everything in here. And so you'll see that they do make phone calls, okay? So people do obviously make phone calls on those. You have your voicemail, your text messaging, but also one of the things that makes smartphones particularly unique as compared to like kind of the older predecessors is the fact that they can connect to the internet and use a web browser. They're very, very powerful because of that. So you need a data plan for that, and those you can get from your mobile provider. Now, keep in mind the operating systems are iOS, which is your iPhone, and Android, which is developed by Google. And iOS is unique because the only phone that uses the iOS operating system is the iPhone. You can't pick up a Samsung Galaxy and use the iPhone operating system. That will not work. Apple does not release the rights to the operating system to any other phone manufacturer, whereas Google, who owns Android, you may find a Google phone that's made by Google, like the Google Pixel, or you may find one by Samsung, or you may find one by LG. It really just depends. Google's phones do have multiple suppliers for their products, or at least for their operating system. So hopefully this video has explained a little bit more about mobile devices and what constitutes something as a mobile device. If this video has helped you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and if you have any questions, please put them in the comment section. Have a great day.
So, you can see what about this video? The first questions, I have what about this video? The second one, what did you see in this video? The third one, do you see it in your life? Who wants to answer these questions? What about this video? This video about there you go.
This video about a mobile device.
Right? Yeah. Maybe who wants?
This video about smartphones, tablets, and electric readers are this video mobile device.
Yes, you're right. I can say this video about mobile devices. For example, smartphones, tablets, handheld computers, so on. In this video, I have seen many. I can say the second question: what did you see in this video? In this video, I have seen many. What? Many mobile devices. Yes? Right?
Yes.
Many mobile devices. Smartphones, other gadgets. And the third questions, do you use it in your life? I use it. Do you use it? Murzadan?
I use mobile applications every day.
Okay. Who wants? Do you have mobile devices in your home? Maybe do you use every day at school, at home, maybe with friends, with talking, with connecting with you, using WhatsApp, using Instagram. Yeah. Finally, I can say I use mobile devices every day, every place when I do. For example, I can use my mobile phones, sending message, phoning, discussing, talking with my friends, with my family, so what. Okay, the second part. So, the topic of our lesson, characteristic of mobile devices. Today we talk about mobile devices and these characteristics, like that exams mobile devices for mobile learning. For example, there is mobile phone, this picture, white, black to white, tablet computer, notebook, smartphone, game console, and media player. There are mobile devices. Yes, mobile devices I can use learning, I can use watch video, play game. Well, mobile devices, a very small device with some type of built-in computer computing or for internet capability. Typically has a small screen and keyboard. Examples: smartphones, handle gaming devices, portable digital media players, media tablets. Are very small devices with some type built in computing. Енді қазір бұл не деп айтып тұрмын қазақша көретін болсақ?
Мобильдік құрылғының ережелері.
Ағылшынша мынау сөзге назар аударатын болсақ, very small, өте кішкентай. Мобильді деген сөз, mobile device, мобильный, оны алып ташу жүруге болады, және ыңғайлы. Соның құрамына өте кішкентай құрылғылардың құрамы, және кішкентай экран мен оның ішіндегі перен тақтасы, typically has a small screen and keyboard. Яғни бұнда мынандай құрылғылар жатады: смартфон, handle gaming device, это портативное игровое устройство, portable digital media player, это цифровое устройство, портативное, и media tables, это бізде планшеттер. Келесі бөлімде біз evolution of mobile computing devices. Бұрынғы уақытта бізде калькуляторлар, телефон, maybe pager, maybe cell phone, smartphone. Today we use in the near future we can use virtual digital gadgets, virtual realities. And mobile device handled. Examples: there are mobile cell phones and mobile smartphones. Mobile internet device, personal digital assistant. This picture, I see mobile device. This one smartphone, mobile smartphone. The mobile phone consists mobile internet device. Yani internet'e kırılıyorsunuz, müzik tınlıyor. I can hear music. I can make music with mobile phone. Tablet computer. I can play game. Calculation. I calculate mathematical, educational questions. Handheld game, console, portable media player, personal computer, small enough to fit into person's hand. The first advantage in this phone, I can take it hand. Yani kalkama salып жүре беремін деген сөз, бұл жағдайда бұл түсіну болады. Келесіге. Type of computers, mobile devices. Who wants to read this? Ornbek. Let's read it on the screen. The definition.
Very small connection device which in computer for internet capability.
Яғни қазақша қалай түсіндіруге болады? Бұл өте кішкентай байланысуға арналған, бізде құрастырылған компьютермен, яғни есептеумен интернетке кіре алатын құрылғылардың бірі. Оның құрамына бізде смартфон, смарт сағаттар, ойына арналған құрылғылар және бізде басқа видео құрылғылар. Жақсы, тексек. The architecture mobile devices. For example, my mobile phone consists screen, diagonal screen, RAM is the first memory, processor, central processing unit, SIM card, talking with cell phone, with my friend, with your family, memory card, operating system, iOS, Android, Symbian, camera, video phone. Built-in memory, internet, resolution, battery power. So, the second part of our lesson, work with the textbook. You have to write this definition in your copybook in Kazakh language. Please. Yani бізге мынау берілген анықтаманы біз қазақша түрін өзіміз анықтама ретінде жазу керекпіз. Енді түрін. Working textbooks. You need to find definition. Please use English definition and write it in your copybook. Students, we can use dictionary. Словарь можете. Словарь придумал. И все. Идем. Every student can read this definition and the thinking about this definition and write it in copybook. For example, a mobile device is a general term for any type of handheld computer. These devices are designed to be extremely portable and they can often fit in your hand. яғни мысалы мен ағылшынша берілген анықтаманы қарап қазақша айтатын болсам, және мобайл құрылғылар өте кішігірім, қалтаға салуға ыңғайлы, өзінен алып жүруге ыңғайлы құрылғылар. Yeah?
Yes.
Who wants to read definition? In Kazakhstan. Maybe Gloria. Оқыш қазақша
Мобильді құрылғылар олардың басты ерекшеліктері кішкене өлшемімен атқаратын функциялардың саны болып табылады. Олар алып жүруге өте ыңғайлы. Мысалы смартфон,
Okay, it's alright. Good job. Somebody else? Who wants to? Who wants to read that? What I know, maybe you maybe has another definition, another words. Please.
Мобильді құрылғылар ол қарапайым студенттерге өзімен тасуға ыңғайлы және пайдалы орындайтын функциялар.
Oh, okay, it's alright. Good job. So, second one. Please write in your copybook some of the most common mobile devices we use today include. You need to write in your copybook in English: smartphones, tablets, laptop, computers, smartwatches, e-readers, and gaming console. Because we're using in English, we're using in internet, using it every day, and you need to write it in English. Ағылшынша жазылады. Именно тек қана астындағы берілген құрылғыларды. Бұл. There are new terminology, new words in our lesson. You have to write it in your copybook. In the future, we will use it in our quiz. Көздің өзіміздің бірлігімізді қолданамыз. Okay. Let's repeat it. Components on our mobile devices. This mobile phone. These components. Display LCD touchscreen, keypad, microphone, speaker, SIM card, battery, USB port, and then memory unit, RAM, ROM, camera, codec, RF part of this ADC. Baseball. Please write it in your copybook and write this, just this part. Oh, time for game Kahoot. Please sit down at your computers. We will play the game Kahoot. Repeat our new terminals and our tasks. Our lesson. Our lesson consists of words and all computers, mobile phones, and mobile devices. Please, I'm gonna make it address 88354555. I see Tariqa Yelden Dolen. 5 to 6 students. If you're ready, you start. If you're ready to start. Болдық қой, барымыз қосылды дейін. So if you're ready to start, and start again. So, mobile devices, this topic is the game school, mobile devices. 2, 1, ready, go. SIM stands for Simple Internet Mobility, Safe in Mobile, subscript. I take the screen. Okay. 2 students answer right, 2 students answer not right. Okay. The next. Oh, scoreboard, put the ring. The quiz. What does 4G mean? What does it mean, 4G? The fourth generation, the 4G speed, genius, nothing. The fourth generation. Okay. Here, then the first answer the question. What's the band like? Так, платежаться, төрт оқушыya жауап берді дұрыс. Келесі. For mobile devices with me. Students, all exam paper voice program. All of them. 3 students. Right. Mobile devices are easily lost mainly because they are cheap, they are tiny, they are mobile, or careless. Four from 10 students make right choose. Или байт. Okay. We finally okay. The 2 students make a right check. Yeah, mobile devices podium. Let's calculate our winners. Second, Dolan. Oh, the worst. Anyway, let's calculate. Runners up. That's all. The final part of our lesson. The final part individual work on the computer. Mobile. Question: mobile devices useful? Create a presentation on the computer in English, please.